Hello. Today I wanted to talk about something that's become very important for me, and it's important for a lot of my clients as well. I've been running the podcast for nearly 2 years, and it's been fantastic for my business. It's really transformed my knowledge, my network, my experience, my understanding of my own practice in digital marketing, and the way that I work with my clients. But interview after interview and guest after guest, certain things have become apparent, and one of those really is video marketing is the very best way to build your personal brand, and it's the best way to build relationships at scale. And for a lot of people, video marketing is very scary. It's quite intimidating for me, for a lot of my clients. I know that there is a subset of people for whom it's just perfectly natural, but despite what it may look like online, that subset is very small. Video marketing puts off a lot of people, and it's a very small minority that are very comfortable with this. So I've spent a lot of time working through some baby steps to make this much easier for me, much more natural, and also by extension for my clients, because many of my clients are not digital natives. They're not comfortable on video. And if I'm going to be delivering them true value, I need to help them become comfortable with video marketing as well. So over the last few months, I've been spending a bit of time on this, developing what I'm calling my baby steps to becoming comfortable with video marketing. And I'm going to walk you through them now. So baby step number one, it's initially it sounds really baby step number one, but again, I mentioned lots of my clients are not digital natives. They need to start at the beginning with the first baby step, not the big leap, but a baby step. So baby step number one is video chat. Now, by video chat, I mean things like Skype calls, Facebook Messenger video calls, FaceTime, Zoom calls. And these are important because they help you become accustomed to a very simple thing, and that's seeing your face on a screen. And for a lot of people, that's actually very intimidating. Many of my clients have never seen themselves on screen, so that first step on its own is actually quite large for them. The next baby step is a graduation into video messaging. Now, by video messaging, what am I talking about? What I really mean there is where you may send a text message. Instead of that, you send a recorded video message. Now, you can do this with platforms like Facebook Messenger, iMessage. Most messaging platforms will allow you to send a video instead of a text or a picture. And this is, again, doing something quite important for you. What it's doing is, again, it's expanding that comfort zone just a little more into hitting the record button and then committing to knowing somebody else is going to watch that back in their own time. And you can't control how they receive that. So, again, this isn't something you do as a one-off. It's a baby step. You repeat it for a little while. But over time, you'll become quite comfortable with the idea of somebody else watching you on video. Now, the next baby step is potentially quite intimidating, and a lot of people might want to flip baby steps 3 and 4 around, and that's okay. I don't mind. The most important thing is that you do graduate to one of these next two baby steps. And for me, the next baby step is baby step 3, which is live social video. Now, by live social video, what am I talking about there? I'm talking about things like Facebook Live, Instagram Live, Twitter Live, Periscope. I think that would normally be, it's a separate app. You may also prefer YouTube Live, which is also fine. LinkedIn Live will be along quite shortly. That might be a great one for a lot of people. But live video is great for several reasons. The main one is people don't expect high production values. They don't expect all the work to go into subtitling, captioning, intros and outros. You hit the live button, you broadcast, you end the broadcast, you're done. People don't expect the same quality that they often see on traditional social media videos. So baby step 4 is, again, for me, it's a graduation from live video, because with live video, it's there and then it's not. With baby step 4, I'm talking about stories. We'll be most accustomed to stories on Instagram stories. If you're down with the kids, Snapchat. I don't see anybody watching this being involved in Snapchat, but you never know. So Instagram stories, Facebook stories, Twitter are currently piloting stories in Brazil. LinkedIn stories will be along soon, and YouTube stories just launched. Now, if you're not familiar with stories, stories are video that you publish They're there for 24 hours and then they're gone. YouTube stories are there a little longer. These are great again because people don't expect high production value. They can just be little quirky fun videos. You don't need to necessarily be in them, although I would advise you, if you're trying to work through these baby steps, to be in them. But people expect a peek behind the curtain. So it's not the polished front end veneer of your business, but maybe what are you working on right now? Just a quick story. So those are the baby steps 1, 2, 3, and 4. Those are the steps that will take you to the point where you should be quite comfortable posting a normal social media video on any platform. But I said there are 5 baby steps, and that's for a good reason. Anything can happen along the road as you're building your comfort zone for video marketing, but things can come along to knock you down. And that might be you get a bad response. It might be you get negative comments. It might be you get no response. These are all things which can knock you back a little bit in your confidence. So baby step 5 for me is accountability. Accountability comes in many forms. It can come in formal accountability groups. It can come with just knowing there's one other person there cheering you along. Let a few people know what you're doing who you know will be supportive. Accountability used to be one of these things where I felt, really? But actually I've become an accountability convert. And for me, it really boils down to this. If you ask me to do something, there's a good chance I'll do it. If you dare me to do something, the chances of me doing it shoot up. And accountability works a bit like that. So those are my video marketing baby steps to becoming confident. I hope they help. There's a much bigger blog post about this on my website. There's also a podcast episode on this, which goes into much, much more detail about why this matters to me and how it aligns with my goals. And hopefully that will resonate with you if you're watching this. If you watch this, if you enjoy this, you'll almost certainly like the podcast. So you can find a link down below in the comments. If you did like the video, then hit the like button. Obviously this is YouTube, I'm supposed to say that. Subscribe, hit the bell if you want to know every time I post a video. Of course you do, why wouldn't you? And if you have any questions or comments, stick them down below and I would love to continue the conversation with you there. And see you next time.